All right, Ellie. Today we're going to teach you how to put together a Toyota front axle. We're also going to be adding the chromoly axle kit from Longfield, okay? Hey, stay focused. Focus. We need you on your A game here. We need to know your torque specs, what grease you're using, all that good stuff, okay? What kind of bearings are you going to use? Koyo from Japan. Good girl. That's right. Yep. And we're going to be adding chromoly knuckle studs and a fifth stud. Yeah. And we're going to do chromoly hub gears too. And who gave us the parts? West Shore Spring and 4x4. Yeah. Whoa! Hey, you gotta stay safe, girl. So the first thing we're gonna do is install our inner axle seals. I made up this fancy little tool here so that I can slide the seal over. Perfect fit. And then that is a little bit smaller than the OD of that. And then I made this with a thread on it. Well, I didn't actually make this, I just found this. It was from some leftover thing. And then I also made this piece, which is a bearing driver. So it threads into that as well. And then I used that to install my bearing races into the hubs, which is already done. Sorry, we didn't film that. But it's pretty straightforward. Put them in there, use a press to press them in, or a hammer. Just don't let them go cockeyed. Get them in there. Anyways, first step is going to be getting our inner axle seal in. And then I made this driver tool for installing our knuckle bearings. So we'll do that as well. I'm going to put a little bit of grease around the inside of the spring of the seal. Molly grease, nice and sticky. Get some of that. All up in there. That way when we're hammering it in, it's not going to try and pop that spring out of there, because that would be very bad.
Very bad.
It would be very bad. Because once it's in there, it's in there. So we're just going to put a little dab of that. Dab will do ya. Around the outside, around the outside. Slim Shady. And we'll lube that up just a little bit. Nothing crazy. So where we're going is right in here. See that? That's where that needs to go. So we're going to carefully stick that there. Started it by hand. Drive it in there.
Pinkies up.
Pull that out, and then we just want to make sure the seal's sitting flush in there, and then reach your finger inside and make sure that spring didn't pop out of there on you, and just feel around, because if it popped out, that's no good.
Are we good?
I think we succeeded there, so we're good. Next up, we're going to put the knuckle bearings in. Next up, knuckle bearings. So we got this tool here that I made up. And that's just going to help us drive those bearings home. Grab the beater. Oh, first flaw to my tool. Ha! What an idiot. I made it so that that doesn't fit that. That's funny. Oh well. We're going to use this tool not to its intended design, but it should work just fine. So, flip it that way. Make sure you're square. Keep going. Peek around. Make sure it's all the way seated. Yep. Looks like we're good. And I'll just do the exact same thing on the bottom. Hearing protection and safety glass. Perfect. That's what they call home. It's quite satisfying.
Yeah.
And then I think this one goes on.
You think?
I think. Maybe this one?
Oh, hey.
Really?
Okay, bye. You're back.
Tyler says that she likes these things.
They sound cool.
I do too because they say Japan on them.
That's why I like them.
Yeah, that's how you know they're good ones.
Authentic.
Yes. So these are our knuckle bearings. Those sit in that race and the one on the bottom. So this is essentially your kingpin or your ball joint, but it's a nice solid bearing. And this is the knuckle that's going to go on there, and it's captured with this bottom cap. 4 bolts, well, studs I should say, and nuts. And then we've got our upper arm here. So that pin locates with this bearing right here, and that's what turns it. So you've got your steering box here, and then one link goes over to the steering over there, back over to here. That's how she turns. So what we're gonna do is set the preload on that. So we've got these assortment of shims that came in the kit, which go there, which essentially space up or down your bearing clearance. So you can add shims if you need a bit more clearance if it's too tight, or take away shims if you want to make it tighter. And then what we're going to do is use this fish scale and pull on the tie rod point to see what the breakaway torque is essentially. And we want to see between 7 and 13 pounds. I'm going to try and aim on the higher end just because we've got oversized tires and we kind of beat on this truck, so we want to keep it pretty tight. So we're going to grease up these bearings and install all this and then have a go. And for this we're going to be using
Blue goo. Oh, that's
no,
blue.
this is actually the
That's
Molly number 3. So always clean your bearings. A little bit of brake clean. We're going to start by, we're going to try 1/20 thou shim and then a 10 thou shim on the bottom and then same on the top and just see where we're at. That's exactly what I took out of this when I took it apart. So we're going to have a go and see if that's the perfect number or if we're going to have to change things up a little bit. Hopefully we get it right on the first try, but who knows. I'm just putting a bit of grease on the shims just so we don't get rust in between them over time. When you torque this, it's going to all like squeeze out, so it's not going to really affect your clearance, but you know what? I usually put the thin shim on the bottom. Don't know why, but I just always do that no matter what I'm putting together. That's just a habit of mine, I think. I'm just that guy.
You are
We're gonna
that guy.
grab our cap. Throw a bit of grease on that as well. If you're not covered in grease by the end of this job, you probably didn't use enough.
You're doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong. Our apprentice is back to learn.
Where's your safety glasses?
So Ellie, this is Molly grease. It resists shock. Hey, it resists shock loading. Come back. The kids these days, they just don't want to learn.
That damn ball.
It's that damn ball. My grandma says it's that damn phone, but it's that damn hat. Yeah, take that thing off at the dinner table. Why don't you? Clean that off. That's junk. We're gonna be using red Loctite on the bottom because I don't want that shit coming apart. And yeah, if we have to reshim this, I'm gonna be hating myself in a minute because we have to take apart the red Loctite. It's probably gonna be set. So this is a very optimistic maneuver we're doing here. That's kind of how we roll. The old "don't you dare come off" sauce. And don't worry, I'm not going to torque this with an impact. I'm just running them in. Setting one. I just want to go wheeling, honestly. This sucks.
Tell us how you really feel.
This work thing. Okay, pack the bearings.
Right, I've watched you
So-
do this before.
Yes, you have. So we have
That's
to
why I like those things.
goop it in there like this. You have to really just like squeeze it in there.
That was an interesting part, I guess. Your student's back.
Oh, Ellie, so Ellie, we're packing the knuckle bearings. See? So you want to work it around the edges and really just pack
What
it
do you
in
think?
there.
Are you gonna fail this test?
She says you're not using enough grease. She says I would use actually I'd use the Plastilube Molly number 2, not the number 3, but you do you.
Little bug.
She's such a little bug. Upper bearing packed and installed. Fingers packed and installed. Cut.
Nice job.
Yes. Yep. Next thing, knuckles going on. Chuck our shims over. Or hopefully the perfect amount of shims. That goes on there. And this little friend goes on here. It's a little bit trickier when you've got the 5th stud. But it'll go. Yep. Now I'll chuck some temporary washers on it, just for checking the torque. Bottom studs, 70 foot-pounds. Watch that you're not pinching your seals when you do this. Around the world, check them again. Perfect. Okay, 70 foot-pounds all around. Once we know that's good, our final torque is actually going to be 80 foot-pounds on the top and 71 on the bottom, because these are stock studs and these are chromoly studs. So now we're just going to work it around a little bit, get our grease lubed in there. Feels really good so far. And then we'll do our breakaway test. Full scale. So hook that around there. And then we're just going to watch the scale as we pull, and we're going to pull perpendicular to the arm. So this has got to be at 90 degrees with that, because if you pull from out here, you're going to have less leverage, and if you pull from here, you'll have more leverage. So this is the fair way to do it. We're looking for pounds on this side. We're hoping to break away around 13. So that was about 16. That's a little bit on the tight side, but we'll just work it in here a little bit. Try again. So that looked like about 14 that time. Yeah, it's starting to move right around. It's tough to say because you can pull it fast and it's going to move, or you can go real slow. And is it moving there? Yep. So that's right around 13 now. You can see that. Yeah, so right when it starts to move is around 13 to 14. So that's a bit on the tight side, but it's good. These are brand new bearings, so they're going to wear in a little bit, and that should be perfect. So, time to take these nuts back off. We're going to use just blue Loctite on the top ones. I should also mention that these studs are all torqued into the knuckle at 40 foot-pounds with red Loctite. This is where things get real greasy. Lathering up the inside of the knuckle here. I just did a quick test fit of our Longfield chromoly 30 spline gun drilled axle, and I cleared out some of the grease that they shipped it with because I'm going to be using this stuff. So I'm just getting all up in there. We're all lubed up. So here's my hand. Let's chuck this chromoly axle in here. I'm going to make sure these flats are lined up top and bottom. And just be super careful guiding it through your brand new seal. Nice and easy. There it is. Okay, so we're now all the way in. I just had to turn the drive shaft a little bit and give it a push so that the spline's engaged. And now we're just packing this thing 3/4 full of grease. Of the same moly grease. So usually it takes about 1 full tube per side to get this whole job done. And yeah, we're pretty much through this whole tube. Just as we're almost done packing it, so that's perfect. Next up, we're just going to be putting our back grease seal on. So first thing you got to do is just work in that rubber seal into the groove there. Kind of just pack it in with your hands. And you take this metal ring. Is that the click we wanted? Hope so.
Are you happy?
Okay, next thing up, I'm gonna load the spindle on there. So we got a couple of gaskets. This one just goes on there like that. I just used a bit of grease so that it kind of stays where it needs to be. Just like that. Get in there. Really doesn't want to go in there. Come on now. Fucker. That little guy goes at the bottom. That's the leak hole. Okay. Now the dust cover. dust cover time. So that goes on like this. Ooh, but it doesn't fit with our 5th stud mod now. Haha! I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut this a little bit. And these guys just get torqued up to 34 foot-pounds. And I choose to use a little bit of blue Loctite. You can do whatever the hell you want. I ain't your mom. All the way around the world. Next thing we gotta do is pack our wheel bearings, and then we can install the spindle. Sorry, not the spindle, the hub. Next up, load up our wheel bearings.
Video?
My cake.
Damn. What are we doing?
I'm just Loctiting my brake rotor bolts, and then I'm gonna put my brake rotor on.
Say it again.
My brake rotor.
That didn't even make sense.
Kind of like, oh, where is it? There it is. NASCAR, that's a NASCAR.
Ricky Bobby.
Going real fast and real left. And then you womp on them.
With the, what's it called again?
Brass drift.
I remember.
I like to get them all started, and then we go and send them home. And if I can get away with only hitting my hand once, we call that a win.
This is my face.
Bearings are loaded, hub's going on. You just gotta be really careful because you're kind of dealing with 2 seals going together at once. There's that inner one and then the bigger outer dust shield. So we'll just carefully slide that under the spindle. And the bearing needs to locate. Ah, yeah. Hear that?
Yep.
And we're gonna load up our outer bearing. Another mod that we did is we drilled these out to M10 by 1.25 instead of M8. All these hub bolts. And then we're using a grade 12.9 socket head cap screw. So that'll be much stronger. And then we get away with the cone washers, which are kind of annoying. And then we've got our thrust washer here. So load that up with a bit of grease. There you go. And then now we're going to set the wheel bearing. So we'll take our inner nut, thread that on. And then the way you set this is you torque it to 10 foot-pounds while you're spinning the hub, and then you just keep spinning it back and forth and keep torquing it. Sometimes we'll even go a little bit over 10 to really seat the bearings, and then back it off and then go to 10. And then you put in your locking tab here, fold over a tab, or no, you don't fold over a tab, you put that on and then you put the outer nut on, torque the outer nut to 50 foot-pounds, and then you can fold your tabs over. So let's get that wound in by hand, and get the torque wrench fired up. Some socket that I welded together because I didn't have one. The 54 millimeters are expensive. 10 foot-pounds.
She's rolling.
Give her a spin. Work it in. Work it, work it. Check it again. See how we got a bit out of it? Work it. once again. You're gonna know right away if you over tighten your wheel bearings too, because you go for a good highway drive and then touch the wheel, and if it's super hot, your bearings are too tight. So
Noted.
yeah. Keep that in mind. Now I'm just gonna torque our outer nut to 47 foot-pounds, aka 50. 50 footies. Give it a spin. Oh, feels really good. Everything about this just feels way better. Both of the nuts line up perfectly. What the hell? I don't know if that's weird or if I'm just kind of being a bit of a philosopher here.
Philosopher.
A bit of a tooth flosser. Anywho and how, let's fold them over. So dialed. Now which one lines up the best on the outside? None. Great. This one's the closest though. I choose you.
Got it.
Yeah. Perfectly folded over in 2 spots. Another test. Amazing. Time to chuck a hub on this thing. The new M10 bolts. That's exciting. Isn't it good?
So exciting.
This side's almost done. Did you know?
Thank God.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's taking a while. I told you it's a bit of a show.
It's a bit of a fucking yeah, fuck it.
Sure, yeah.
Fuck yeah, Dad.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Yep, get it. Yep.
Damn.
Gasketing. They call me the gasket goddess.
Goddess! Goddess! He's a goddess.
Pop these little shotties out.
What was that?
What kind of dog is that? Oh yeah. You hear that? Pre-greased. We got our chromoly hub gears in there. Now we're gonna grab our fancy M10 bolts. 6 of them. How many is that? 4? 5?
6.
6. I can count to 6. Where's the Loctite though?
Wait, that's 7. Oh no, it's not. Never mind, I thought that was 1.
No.
Never mind.
Killing me. I can't count to 6.
Gasket goddess says that's enough.
Oh!
Damn.
That felt
Keep
good.
it PG.
That felt good though. Cute color.
What a cute color. Slow mo better.
Yeah. Whoa! Got way carried away. Hi, Ellie.
Oh, a little sniff. And she's gone.
She's just making sure. She's like the quality control around here.
She is, yeah.
axle clip. We just need to make sure our axle is all the way out, which I think it is. And then make sure we get that the right way. Carefully do that. And then in you go. Perfect.
Great work.
Our blue goo for inside the shoe. Before we torque all these, let's check if we have lockage. Okay, going on the drive shaft. Oh yes. Drive shaft spinach. Now we unlock. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Unlocked. This isn't brake clean, it's cuts on your hand finder. Because it stings like a motherfucker. Clean as a whistle. Grease off of this. Brake caliper, 90 foot-pounds.
Dairy.
Legend, wait for it, dairy. Perfect.
Bam.
Bam! She's done. Now this looks really shitty and dirty.
It does, yeah.
We'll give it a quick, hey, how are ya? Not that you can see this behind my sick wheels. The other side is sick.
What, to this side?
I think we're gonna end the video there. This side is just gonna be the exact same as that side, but opposite. So I've just got the tripod set up and we're time-lapsing it. And we're eating some pizza. Whoa. What kind of pizza is this again?
It's just called grilled chicken.
Grilled chicken. Yum.
It's good.
Okay, we're gonna dig it into some pizza. I just got this knuckle torqued up. Fill her with grease. Put the long side chromoly axle shaft in. And then just button it all up, just like the other side.